here with Enlightened Mystic Essentials, and today we are going to view the fears of our divine feminines towards the divine masculines. Yes. Oh, and we already have the divine masculines towards the feminines. Yeah. So we're going to the Black Mirror Oracle deck for our fears, blocks, and holes, and we are going to our true love oracles. Yeah. Then we're gonna be getting our main energies of these fears, block, holes, and regrets. And then we're going to doorway, gateway to spirit. You know that? So, if you have not looked at the divine feminine versus divine masculine energy reads, it's out. And if you want to see how the divine masculines view the divine feminines, you can go see. Your first card out is maturity. Some focal points or some aspects, some of the divine masculines are maturing from the divine feminine's eyes. All right, woo. Or is it what is the block or what is the hole? You have another one. Self-respect is here. Are they respectable? Do they act as if? Another, abundance and forgiveness together. They're 2 for 1. This is how the divine feminines are viewing the divine masculines, or is it the fact that the feminine knows in order to receive her abundance she must forgive the divine masculine? I don't know, but we're going to see. Spirit, what is the fears, blocks, or holes of towards this maturity that the feminines have towards the divine masculines? Peaceful among thorns. Peaceful among thorns, and I'm going to explain all of this. Towards the self-respect, you have envious gluttony. Envious gluttony. Wow. And for the abundance towards this forgiveness, what is the fear, block, hole, or regret? How does the feminine view the masculine? You have 2, which is about right because you have 2 here. Hiding one's true self towards naked before the stars. Wow. Hiding one's true self. Naked before the stars. And look at the moon cycles. New moon to full. Half a moon, half a moon. New moon to full moon to new moon. Also talks about a state of confusion either way. State of confusion. Let's go. Spirit, what is the energies? Peaceful among thorns. Hill of ages. Bringing a balance. Self-respect and this envious gluttony. You have 2. The thinking man, blooming abundance. Yeah. These are the energies. Thinking man towards blooming abundance. Envious gluttony. Ooh. Let me move my finger so y'all can see. This is how the divine feminine views the masculine. Abundance, forgiveness, and hiding one true self. And naked before the stars. Goddess of the moon. This talks about the illumination factors. What is the hidden? What is the... Dang, that came out quick. Goddess of the moon. The High Lord of gratitude and service towards a sacred union. Acting because you have received illumination. Maturity. Peaceful among thorns in the hill of ages. What cannot be seen in the physical but is there in the spiritual? Lady in the mirror, reflection. Reflections. Self-respect, envious gluttony, the thinking man towards blooming abundance. Rainbow prince, compensation, perseverance. I think they can. What's going on? All right, let's close them out and let's discuss them one by one. And I will be breaking some of these down. So maturity. How does the divine feminine view the divine masculine? The focal point now is the maturity of the divine masculine. That's the aspect of the focal point for the divine feminine. Are they gonna grow up? Are they gonna mature? Or are they gonna be peaceful in pain and peaceful in suffering? See that? Peaceful among thorns. And then once again, it talks about a mind or a state of confusion. Look, half a moon here. But it also talks about, because this is a card of 8. What is 8? Calling for spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations. So even though the feminine is viewing the masculine's maturity as questionable, not sure, I don't even think they know. There's still room for improvement, yes. And for some of those who are past this step, you know that there's room for improvement because you have surpassed this step. So let's look at, what we're going to break down. Peaceful among thorns, or the maturity factor. Peaceful among thorns. Spirit says peaceful among thorns. So Spirit, clarify peaceful among thorns for the divine masculines. What is the peaceful among thorns here? The divine feminine says the mental state is not correct. The mental state is confused. 8 of Swords, being mentally stuck within their heads. What is under the bottom of the deck? The devil. The devil towards the Page of Cups, giving and receiving his offer. Because they know that their mind is the blockage that they need to overcome in order to give this offer. And look, 6 of Cups, leaving someone in the past. Most of us know that this is a part of being on this journey. You have the Ace of Cups. Look, the Ace of Cups, leaving someone in the past. Look, having a new perspective. Yeah, higher perspective. Hangman. This is all a part. So they're saying that you're mentally stuck in your head. I told you that the half a moon is the confused state. Don't know if you're in, don't know if you're out, don't know if you're part of the journey or not. You're just there, suffering. Don't forget, this is how the divine feminines are viewing the masculines. So stuck within their head. Devil energy towards the giving or receiving an offer. Leaving someone in the past. Divine love towards a new perspective. Look. These are all the things that you are going to go through, masculines. Let's go. Spirit, clarify this 8 of Swords. Being stuck in one's head. Peaceful among thorns. Peaceful in the confusion. Clarify the 8 of Swords towards the divine masculines or for the divine masculines. Look, feelings of regret. Who's feeling regretful? You or the divine feminine? Feeling regretful towards what? Taking action to move forward quickly. The Chariot, and being held back because we already know that this is not a quick journey. It's a lot that goes with it. But in due time, when all things are in a right perspective and in right position, a balance is coming. The Hill of Ages talks about bringing a balance. That giving or the releasing of all of the attachments or what no longer work for you to purify and cleanse away, purge. So therefore, you can bring that balance, or that balance can be brought forward. Next to the Hill of Ages, you have the Lady in the Mirror, reflections and non-judgment. Here's a card of 8, transformations and rejuvenations, also known as spirit. There is going to be a time where the relationship is going to be reflected upon and looked at. And within this time, emotions are going to have to be checked and situated. Oh, yeah. And together these make change. A card of change. Yep. Changes are coming. You are going to get out of this confusion state, or you are going to come out of being satisfied with suffering or being in pain or not knowing or even just the darkness. So for this peaceful among thorns, we're going to see what needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted, because the divine feminines are saying, I don't know if they're going to mature. They will. They will. Because all things works itself out. So spirit, for peaceful among thorns. How the divine feminine looks at the divine masculine. What needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted? That came out quickly. Surrender to passion. Having the power to have a change of heart. But at the same time, you have on a mask, removing the mask, making the unseen seen, needing to see from a different perspective. Yeah? Having the power to take off that mask. It says, get out of your head. Because, you know, anytime you feel all macho, that's your ego. And feel the fire in your belly. Going with your logic and not with your emotions. Or going with logic and not with your intuition. Focus on the people and activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. Let it go. See, this is in a time where you're going to be dealing with a lot of attachment factors, family issues, commitment issues. Yeah. And the feminines are going to see it, but you may not. They're going to come to a place in their maturity level and say, you know what? I make my own self happy. I'm going to have to level up and keep growing up and keep blowing up and keep glowing up. Yeah. And they are going to gain that energy. Look at all this gold. Yeah. They are going to learn how to call upon spirit. Yeah. Tia. And isn't it funny how that's a feminine right there? Yeah. And then you have spirit right over the shoulder. And then the thing about it is they're writing a letter or a petition by candlelight. But at the same time, look at all those books. This comes back to that self education, self-love. The feminists, this is where they're gonna be at. They're gonna be growing, and they're gonna say, oh, polar divine masculines, they still over there stuck in their head. But the divine feminine, they're gonna be on a different level than the divine masculines until it grows, especially their divine masculine, the one who they know that they're linked to, until they get to that point, a certain point. So you do what you got to do and work on those attachments and let it go, because until then, they're going to look at your maturity level as like low. And they are going to learn that when you have a difference in frequencies and levels, there is no coming together, because the frequencies and levels, they don't mix. They just don't. So let's look at the next, what we have next. What are the focal points on how the divine feminines are viewing the divine masculine? Self-respect is on the chopping block. What is it about this self-respect? Is it the fact that they feel like you're not masculine enough? What is going on? What's this envious gluttony? Are they saying that, you are going to have your mind on what your mind is going to be on, and all that self-respect and being courteous, and what is it, out the window? Like, what is it? Because see how envious gluttony has its back towards that self-respect. Are you still going to be, or are you in a position where you're dealing with all these attachments? Or is it the fact that you're going to be up under so much pressure, and then you're going to be trying to figure it out? What is the envious gluttony? Or is this a time in which self-respect is out the window, and the divine masculine views the divine feminine as envy, like the envy, because envy is there. Or the divine feminine standing in our power, or they standing in their power, and then the divine masculines come in here and manifest whatever they want to happen to the divine feminine, because they're growing up, glowing up. Yeah. Is this that time? And then you look at this image, divine masculine is searching for clarity, because that's a clear crystal that you don't see. the abundance or the blooming abundance, or you don't see the value that is becoming. See? And then the spiritual message talks about compensation and perseverance. Seeing past what you're looking for. Whether it is you spying, trying to see the other suitors if it is that time. Right? To persevere through that so you can get your compensation. Blooming abundance. See? Compensation, perseverance. So it just depends what's really going on. So when you talk about this envious gluttony, this is a card of 9. 9 talks about the universe. It talks about what goes around comes around. Just like the divine masculines are going to be manifesting and creating, the divine feminines are going to be judging upon how the divine masculine has made them feel, all the mental that they had to go through, all the releasing. And it's coming towards you. That's why I say what goes around comes around. You manifest and create, and then you're going to get judged back. Why you over here looking for a better option or a better way? You could be looking at other attachments. You know, it just depends. But it's all going to fall back on you because this is a card of one. One you, one thought, one journey. Yeah. So eyes wide because you're looking at a crystal and you don't even see your blooming abundance. See that? And then this is the creation of blooming abundance. So there are steps here. But together they make a 4. What is the 4? The 4 talks about what is in the root. What is around the situation. Right? What needs to be stabilized. The thinking man or the masculine towards the blooming abundance. The creation of blooming abundance. But your focus is off. What is your distraction at this time? 4 also talks about restriction. You're so focused on that crystal that you don't even know or don't even see, have sights of the blooming abundance or the creation of. And then it talks about 8. That's the compensation and perseverance. What is the 8? The 8 talks about spirit. You calling for a spirit. Also talks about spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations. A change is going to have to occur here in order to get to your blooming abundance. In order for you to persevere towards your compensation, right? So let's have a look at this envious gluttony. Because I'm looking like self-respect. What acts are you committing? Or what acts will you be committing? Understand the fact that the divine feminine knows your value, sees your value, and make sure you see it too. So you don't bring down your value. Spirit, clarify this envious gluttony. Envious gluttony is clarified with the 9 of coins. Judgment. Strength. 2 majors back to back. 6 of coin. Right? Judgment towards someone who is independent, stable, standing on their own, getting ready to collect their investment over low vibration, receives a message of love, final decision in favor of someone who is single, independent, divine feminine. Yeah, see that? Strength towards bringing a balance. Divine feminine having the strength, gaining the strength, earning the strength. Towards this envious gluttony. This is the time in which you are going to be creating and manifesting against them. This is the time in which you are going to see their glory and you are going to be envious against them. It's here. All of this is part of the twin flame. Spirit, what needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted for the envious gluttony? You have 2. Whew. Let's go. Surrender your need to always be right. and surrender negative thinking. Whew. It says, let's go with this one. Twos. It says, give others the gift of letting them be right, right? Be yielding, that's cautious. Cautious. Not rigid, that's weak. Not weak, not cautious. Be cautious, but not weak. You know what I mean? Be careful, right? But not weak. This will resolve conflicts and improve your relationships, whether it is with your divine masculine or the divine feminine, the relationship. And here in this image is the two people. What are the twos? The twos are the pairs, the conversations and the debatings, the communication factors, the opportunities, doorway, gateways, thresholds, the pairs. Yeah. Two becomes one. See these twos? And now let's see surrender negative thinking. Get out of your head. Envious gluttony. It says you have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. That's this. Or is this? You know? So you do what you gotta do to keep your self-respect or to earn it or to build it or to grow it. It doesn't matter. Because this person is going to be abundant. That's why I said someone who is getting ready to collect their investments, all those coins are ready to go. And then the communication factor is coming in here. But see, maybe at the end of the day, because the divine masculine is going to be envious towards the feminine, maybe this is a message of defeat. Getting them in their head, getting them off their rocker. Girl, you know I love you. A divine feminine, you know I love you. But only to let them down in the end. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, they're still going to be abundant. It's part of the plan. Part of the plan. Don't go into the light, Caroline. Anyway, come on. One more. This one over here is really like crucial because you have a lot going on. Let's go. So we have the forgiveness and abundance factor. In order to succeed and move forward, I must forgive. The forgiveness towards the divine masculines in order for the feminines to be abundant. This is that two becomes one. Twos talks about the pairs. See that? Pair of cards. And that ain't the only pair you have because here we have hiding one's true self, right? And naked before the stars. That's a pair. And your other pair is high Lord and gratitude towards that's sacred union. Another pair. There's a lot going on. So forgiveness. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. That's what it says. And then if you look, you have two angels and two bunnies. Pink and blue bunnies. Look. Two little angels at the top. Forgiveness. Blue and pink. And when you look back over time, males or masculine energies are representative blue. And the feminine energies are representative pink. Divine feminine and divine masculine. In order for the feminines to go into their abundance and receive their birthright, they must forgive. But what are they forgiving? Hiding your true self. 5, change what needs to change. The divine masculines hiding them true selves and coming out of this confusion state. Look at the moon. That's confusion. Being naked before the stars, knowing the fact that the divines in the heavens see all things, right? And we are all truly naked. There's no hiding. There's no negativity that cannot be seen. And this is a card of 9. Talking about heavens and divines. Yeah. So in order For the divine feminines to get into their abundance, what must they do? Forgive the divine masculines for what? Hiding them true selves. And see, the thing about this is, here you have the strong side of the masculines in love and the defeated side of them in defeat. But then then when you look at where is the defeated side of them going, they're going to hide. They're going over here to this naked before the stars. And when you go naked before the stars, this is when you are going to be judged by the divine. And then in this judgment and transformation, this is when the divine masculines turn around and become whole again. But the divine feminines must learn that they cannot judge or render judgment for the lack of knowledge if they want their abundance. See, forgiveness is key. So when you forgive one, you must forgive two. And then here it is. The goddess of the moon talks about the illumination of enlightenment towards the crown, to the crown chakra. 7. What is the 7? The 7 is a number of self-reflection. What must the divine feminines reflect out? The same thing in which they reflect in, or what was given or earned or built up within them. Forgiveness. If they want to be abundant. Right? And in this abundance comes the selflessness, the humility, and the conscious action of two. What is the card of two? Doorways, gateways. See, when you say doorway, gateways, the doorway and gateways to your abundance being open. See? Yeah. Pairs, the two. Divine feminine, divine masculine. You cannot forgive one without the other. I must forgive myself as well as the divine masculine if I want my abundance. So everything that the divine feminines are going to go through, everything that they are going to go through and do, because that's the conscious action, thought of action, they must do it in a way that they are releasing, forgiving, and moving forward. Because their eyes or their goal is to step into, or earn the abundance. See? And then the two's communication factors of conversating and debating. Whether it be with the masculine, whether it be with themselves, whether it be with the divines, whether it be with spirit, whether it be with angels, whether it be with ancestors. That's that self-care, self-love, self-acknowledgement, the self-education. And here is the spirit guide. Look at the bird. Buddha. And then the thing about it is this bird is overlooking the water. Overlooking water. But when you talk about that selflessness, that is the process in which you are going to walk to learn that yourself makes yourself happy and not a relationship. And when you talk about humility, you start living a better life, a more positive way, and doing things in a certain manner to build up humanity. That's what you want, bringing towards the enlightenment, whether it be through teachings, healing, or action, right? What is your light? And at the end of it all, here's the universe granting access towards this sacred union. Partnership and romance. Here are the twos again. Twos talk about pairs. Doorway, gateways, opportunities, choices being made, thresholds. Yeah, communication factors, conversating and debating. It's all here. It is all here. So, let's look at this forgiveness. Let's look at this forgiveness. What must be done? What is going to be learned? Twos are very heavy. Two, spirit. What is the forgiveness factor of how the divine feminines view the divine masculines? Clarify forgiveness. Why is forgiveness here? Forgiveness. Forgiveness. One up, one down. One up, one down. Strength is here. Crossing over judgment. Look. Two majors. Having the strength to pass judgment. Having the strength for that final decision of judgment. What is under the bottom of the deck? Woo! The King of Cups. The one who I love. The one who I love. Yes. The one that hides them true selves. See that? Where the weak side comes back to the old side, the whole side of them, because they are going to go before the divines. Because they are going to learn that they must stand the judgment. They have the strength. If you have the strength towards the judgment of the divines, so must you have the strength to withstand the judgment of the divine feminine, because you are two on the both on the path of righteousness, right? Bringing power and enlightenment into the world. Let's dig a little bit more. Spirit, clarify judgment with strength towards this forgiveness. Why is judgment here with strength? The collaboration of walking away. See the 3 of the coins with the 5 of swords, the collaboration. Don't forget, every 3 makes a completion. So a completion within a completion makes a balance. See that? The 3 coins, the 3 people. The completion within the completion makes a balance, right? Bringing forth balance to walking away. 5 of swords. Walking away, leaving the attachments behind, leaving the indecision behind to walk forward, because the way is being open. That's why the person has on orange, or the divine masculines have on orange. Walking away heartbroken. Walking away heartbroken, but you are walking towards that balance. You have to. There's no other way around it. Letting it all go, doing what you have to do. Because the end goal is this. That sacred union. So this is how the divine feminines are viewing the divine masculine. These are the fields, blocks, and holes of the divine feminine versus the divine masculine. If you have not viewed the energy reads, I advise you to do so. So until I see you next time, work it out, figure it out. And if you need to talk to me, email me. I email you back. Leave a comment. I talk back. And until then, you do what you got to do, because I feel like the more knowledge that you have going into or along the journey, maybe the more smoother it'll be, because you won't take so much time waiting and wasting. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. Blah, blah, blah. This is what it is. And for those who are not on the step, or y'all don't even know what's going on, these steps are coming. These are focal points. They're coming. So just take heed and do what you got to do, so much time won't be wasted. Or maybe the understanding will be better. Right? So until I talk to you guys next time, love, light, and wisdom.